All right, Shalom. This is Officer Karafia filling in for Officer Shamgar from London. Tonight's class will be held in Brum, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. And we're going to go into the Brotherhood scriptures, man. Get some Brotherhood again. You know, one of the main things that Christ taught was Brotherhood. Christians like to talk about the miracles and, you know, the heaven and the clouds in the sky. But one of the main things that Christ taught was Brotherhood, man. And that's something that black people need. We can't build this kingdom unless there's Brotherhood, man. We can't build this kingdom if there's bickering and hating and jealousy and all those types of stuff there, man. And the oppressor knows it, man. You know, Freemasons say what? There's two things they don't talk about, man. In the Freemason lodge, they say what? Politics and religion, man. You know why? Because they don't want to be divided. They want to be as united as possible. Meaning you can do that, but in here, none of that, man. You know why? They got Brotherhood. They want no divisions among them. When they come to serve Satan, they want to be united as possible, man. And likewise, black man, Christ wanted us to be nice and tight and united and love each other and prefer each other and giving money to a black man, giving love to a black man, giving love to a black woman. If you have sex with a black woman, you love black people. You love a black man because her father's a black man. When you make sure a man's daughter isn't beaten up and she ain't hungry and abused, and you love black people, man. You just done a black man a solid right there, man. You've done a black father a solid right there, man. That's what you've done. And the I.S.U.P.K, we teach Brotherhood, man. Just things that you see naturally that we do. The fact that we got black women, that's Brotherhood right there. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. And it's a shame that we got to teach this in 2020 because why? Our people so destroyed. It's like the charger working. 1 second. Fix this mash up. No, sir. Nah, 12. That's fine. So, and it's a shame that we got to teach this. Our people so destroyed. Our people think, well, why can't I give my love to this oppressor? Why can't I fight in his army? Why can't I love his woman? And all these things are hatred towards black people, and we don't even know it, man. But listen, don't worry about it, man. That's why the I.S.U.P.K is here, man. That's the reason we're here. Don't worry about it. I know you say a lot of black people, they hate each other, and black people are marrying outside their race and doing all types of disgusting stuff, and we're lost. But that's what the I.S.U.P.K is here, man. So luck ya. So again, we're gonna teach the Brotherhood, man. And guess what? Brotherhood's important, man. Brotherhood will fix this nation. Things as small as loving your brother. Guess what? If you love your brother, there will be no black on black crime, man. The prison system will shut down. The court system will shut down. You will cripple this economy. You know what I mean? Judges get paid to lock up black people, man. And if we love each other and stop selling drugs to each other, no judge could get paid, man. No solicitor could get paid. No prison warden and screws could get paid, man. No film producer could make money off black people, black people making movies of black people gangbanging and whatnot, man. It wouldn't exist. No record producer could make millions of black people talking about stabbing and shooting. It wouldn't happen, man. But because we hate each other, all these nations are able to make money, man. The record company that's owned by the so-called Jew makes money. Why? Because we hate each other, man. And we rap about killing and stabbing and, you know, having sex with black women and throwing them away. And he gets paid because of that, man. Because we got no Brotherhood, judges get paid to throw us in jail, man. Because we got no Brotherhood, screws and prison wardens get paid to just look over us and make sure, you know, it's bang up at 12.
That's right.
To make sure, you know, listen, it's bang up in 5 minutes, you know. Make sure you're in your cell. Prison warden get paid. Screws in prison get paid just to abuse black people. Why? Because we lack Brotherhood. Because we lack Brotherhood, we get all these people employed, man. All these people are able to eat on the backs of black people. Why? Because we lack Brotherhood. And you can thank Christianity for that. Christianity is the reason why all these men can get paid. So listen, let me tell you something. Black man, your lack of Brotherhood pays judges, prison wardens, the so-called record company. You really think they want you to love your brother? I don't think they do, man. The day you love your brother is the day all these men go bankrupt, man. The day you love your brother, the day when all these men go poor, man. All these men will be in job seekers allowance tomorrow, man. They'll be in the job center, man, looking for a job, man. You think they want you to really fix up? I don't think so, man. I don't think so, man. The day you stop selling drugs to your own brother, guess what? They won't be getting paid. The day the black woman stops having sex with random men and starts putting on clothes, guess what? There'll be no one to abort babies in the abortion clinics, man. Them nurses are gonna need a job. Them nurses need you to abort your baby so they can pay their mortgage, man. That judge needs you to, you know, talk about I'm from Tottenham and you're from Peckham and whatever the case may be, man. post-Cold War and gangbang and drill. Why? So he can pay his mortgage, man. His mortgage can't get paid as long as you love your brothers, man. So guess what? He needs you to hate your brother, man. And the more you hate your brother, the more you put money in his pocket, man. The more you hate your brother, guess what? You employ loads of police, man. When the gun crime goes up, what did they say? Oh, we need more police. Sadiq Khan cries for more police. And go, yeah, we got more police, man, but more patrols. You know, we want to say we got more, you know, Operation Trident just employed more people, maybe more stop searches and so forth. You're employing all these white people, man. All these oppressors, man. And why? Because you don't love your brother, man. And Christ told us to love our brother, man. It's a commandment. Is that something that you can do if you want? Black man, listen, you are commanded to love your brother, man. You're commanded to have sex with a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman only, man. You're commanded to do that. You can't say, yeah, but it's a white woman, you know, I'm not supposed to, but she's all right, man. I like her. The Lord don't care about what you call love, man. You don't care about your preference, man. The Lord said you could only marry someone of your own race, man. And the Lord is so great. Guess what? He made black woman, Hispanic woman, Native Indian woman. And guess what? All flavors, man. In all flavors. Black man, listen, you ain't got no excuse to go outside your race, man. The Lord makes blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians very high color, man. Very dark, man. In between, caramel, come on, whatever the case may be, man. Short, thick, tall, model potential. We come in many different shapes and sizes, man. So you got no excuse to say, you know what, I'm going outside my race, man.
That's right.
No excuse. Luck, other one.
Leviticus 19 and 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a bearer.
And the Lord said, thou shalt not go up and down as a tail bearer, man. A tail bearer is a man that's what? Spreading stories, man. Spreading stories. I ain't talking about, you know, in school. People think tail bearer is a man that tells little tales in school, man. Nah, man. Grown people tell tales too, man. And guess what? These tales get black men killed, man. And if you don't believe me, you better research Biggie and Tupac, man. Biggie and Tupac, one of the greatest rappers of all time, are dead white because of tail bearing, man. So don't think that tail bearing and telling tales is, you know, it's certain children do, because grown men do it, man. Tupac heard that Biggie made a song for him, Who Shot Ya? And, you know, before he went back to him, he said, yeah, you know, he came back with Hit 'Em Up. And then before you know it, his party got involved, and his party got involved. And then you got the East Coast, West Coast beef. He hates him, and he hates him. And the shit just snowballs. And guess what? It ends up with two brothers dead, man.
That's right.
Ends up with two brothers dead, man. That's tail bearing right there, man. Shalom haki and Yahweh Shem Shakta.
Shalom Yahweh Shem Shakta.
That's how it starts, man. Even in the ends, man, you're listening ahead, my man looking at you funny. Don't lie, yeah. You saying blah, 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 man. And guess what? All that beef could be squashed, man. But why? You listen to tail bearing, man. I'm like, yo, man, so why? I heard it saying this about me, you know. I heard it said something about my baby mom, man. I heard that. All that is tail bearing, man. And that is forbidden in the Bible. If you hear any man say anything towards you, your mom, you know, whatever you love, man, you heard someone so stole from you, you heard it, someone said, nah, man, listen, he mentioned your name in this song, man. It ain't come out yet, but I heard him record it, man. You go to that brother and ask him, man. So listen, I'm hearing you mention my name in some this song, man. It is true. And maybe, guess what? Maybe that brother would be able to live, man. Grown people tell bear the most, man. People think this scripture is some childish thing, man. It ain't, man. This is something that's plaguing the black community, man. He said this, and women forget about it, man. She said that, and the other day she did this. And guess what? Because of all that tail bearing, 90% of them fights that you see on World Star Hip Hop, man, where women dragging at each other's weaves and stamping at each other, man. I seen one where a pregnant woman got rushed, man. I seen people getting beat up and, you know, got millions of views again, making the oppressor rich, man. Again, making the oppressor rich, man. All them millions of views, man. All that come from where? Tail bearing, man. I heard she said this. I heard she was looking at yo, man. You know, she was, yeah. She smiled at him. And guess what? These sisters didn't say, yo, sis, this the case. They just run with it, man. It's like the other one.
Nah, and just on the back of that, you know, when you watch like World Star Hip Hop, what is the common thread to say? I heard you was talking shit, like I heard. Not you was. I heard meaning you don't really know.
That's right. I like what the other one said, man. He goes, 90% of your fights starts off with, listen, I'm hearing that man's talking shit about me. I'm hearing you talking shit. The first thing a man says, that's the opening line before a fight happens, man. All this heard thing, man. I heard this, man. Listen, you better go to that brother, man. Take it now, because so-and-so told me this, man. And that's a reliable source. Look, listen, allow that, man. God said you must go to your brother, he and the alone, man. That's brotherhood right there, man. That's brotherhood right there, man. Hakayan. Get me Matthew. Oh, go on, carry on.
Among thy people.
Among who?
Thy people.
And among your people, man. Among blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. We can't do this tail-bearing thing, man. Number one, it's feminine, man. Women, number one, it's childish, man. Like what I said, when you think about tail-bearing and telling tales, man, straight away you think of children, man. That's not what we're supposed to be doing, man. You're a grown-ass man, man. Got hair coming out of your chin, man. Hair coming out of your chin and you're talking about, I heard he said this. Go chat to that man, man. Go talk to him, man. You're some man in the gym dropping all these reps, man. Busting all these reps and curling. And I heard he said this about my mom. Come on, stop that, man. As black people, we grew up around our mom too much, man. And we learned some of her ways, man. We've heard our mom say stuff like garbage like that, man. Ridiculous stuff like that, man. We got to stop that, man. How's your big man, grown-ass man, you know what I mean? Been in and out of prison, man. In and out of prison. You know what I mean? Don't got beat up in the showers and stabbed up and all sorts, man. And be saying, oh, you know, I heard so-and-so is talking about me. Stop that, man. We got to start being masculine all the way, man. I'm not talking to him. Like, what? You know, the other day, you know, someone told me, he said, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we got to start being men, man. In the oppressor's army, you don't think they have arguments. And they go to Iraq and still kill men, women, and children, man, and steal people's oil, man. Because they put their feelings aside, man, and go right back now. This is my brother right here, man. I got his back. I'm going to cover him. When it comes to shooting and killing him, I'm going to cover him and make sure he's fine, man. That bickering, we'll do that later, man. That stops right there, man. Right back now. And listen, we're going to fight these Afghanis. You know what I mean? You got your AK? Okay, grenade? All right, cool. We're going to do this, man. No, none of that, man. That's not brotherhood, man. In the army, the coach have a brother, man. The coach have a brother, and they ain't even the same race. And we're the children of God, man. Shalom, Akiyan. If you could, give me a Matthew real quick. Yeah, if you could.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
The Bible, don't stand against your neighbor, man. It's saying your neighbor's your brother, man. Don't stand against the blood of your neighbor, man. Anybody on that?
I am the Lord. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
You hear that? And that's so you know your brother is your neighbor. The Lord said, thou shalt not hate your neighbor, but what you should do is love your brother, man. That's who your neighbor is. Your neighbor is your brother, man. Your neighbor's a black man. Christians try to make out like your neighbor is everybody. Your neighbor ain't everybody, man. Your neighbor is the people that are around you. And when this was written, guess who was around us? Black people was, man. Who left Egypt? Who went to through the Red Sea together? Who was in the wilderness together, man? Black people were. And who received these commandments together? Black people did, man. We are our neighbors, man. The white man went here. The Chinese man wasn't here. He wasn't present, man. He is not your neighbor, man. Christians just don't know the Bible. And they read the Bible from a 2021 concept, man. From a 2021 concept, man. At this time, all nations lived in their land, man. They didn't mix like today. They read it from a 2021 England concept where in London, there's all races, man. And even that's only 60 years old, man. 60 years prior, guess what? Guess who's in London? Only white people, man. And they're reading it from some new, you know, Christian eyes, thinking, you know what I mean? When the Bible goes, love your neighbor, the only people around us was black people, man.
That's right.
Give me Matthew 20:26. Go on, finish it then.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
And this is brotherly right here, man. The Bible goes, in any wise rebuke your neighbor, man. The Bible goes, don't kill him, don't hate him, don't put a drive-by on him because, you know, he's from this side of town or, you know, he owes you money or he looked like you funny. The Bible said this is what you're supposed to do. Rebuke him, man. Go correct him, man. A man looks like you funny. Go talk to him. So, yo, is there a problem? No, brother, listen, you know what I mean? You're looking at me kind of funny, man. You know what I mean? I ain't thinking nothing, man. There's no need for that, man. It's cool, man. Don't pick up a gun and go, yo, who you looking at, man? Don't put the blade to me and say, yo, who the fuck you looking at, man? Listen, I don't play that, you know. The man don't know who I am. The Bible goes correct him, man, not kill him, man. Brother owes you money, go approach him, man. So listen, brother, I'm not being funny, man. Listen, 2 weeks past now, man. And I can't see a red cent, man. Listen, I need it, man. If you come out, you know what I mean? If you could, man, please. Don't listen, he don't know me, you know. Listen, I don't care. I don't care if it's a pound, man. It's the principle. And guess what? If we followed these commandments in the Bible, much more brothers would be alive, man.
That's right.
The graveyard will be empty. Let me tell you something. This book is a black man's book, and this book got the answer to all black problems, man. They try and make it like this book's a universal book for all nations. Nah, it's not, man. All nations don't have these problems. Every time I read the Bible, all I see is black people, man. Every time I read the Bible, all I see is the mending of the black community, man.
That's right.
That's all I see, man. Love your brother as you love yourself. What other nation needs that commandment, man? Because the Chinese man don't need it. Because in Chinatown, you got Chinese people employing more Chinese people. He don't need that. He don't need that, man. He don't need to be told that. The Indian man will come from India to England, and guess who will welcome him? Guess who will give him a job in their off license or in their what's it called, petrol station? Another Indian man with, man. Well, hey brother, you right, brother? And they be cool and tight friends, man. But a black man now, whoa, listen, you go to Jamaica and you're British born. Woo. You better listen, before you even go there, people on this side like, listen, make sure you have your passport, you know. Listen, don't be doing this, you know. Don't be walking at night time, you know, too late, you know. Guess who needs them laws, man? Black people do, man.
That's right.
And that's what the Lord put it in the Bible. The Lord gave us commandments to love ourselves. You know why? Because if we never put it in the Bible, we will love somebody else. We will love somebody else. And who's that? There's one nation of people that don't know the Bible and is walking around loving everybody else. And that's black people, man.
That's right.
That's black people, man. We came to England and thought, yeah, we're British now, man. Let's go join the army. Let's go marry the oppressor. Let's be Muslim. Let's be Christian, man. We need these laws, man. The Chinese man came to England too, man. What did he say? Let's join the army? No. You won't find Chinese people in the army, man. Did he say, let's go to the church? No, he never. Did he say, let's beg the white man for jobs? No, he didn't. He didn't. He opened up Chinatown. The Indian man opened up his own corner shop and put his sons in there, his daughter in there. Then he opened up petrol stations and off licenses and food shops and chip shops, man. And in all them shops, I've never seen a black man in them shops. I've never seen a black man sweep the floor, clean the window, man. I've never even seen a black man just open it up, man. But one of his brothers will, though. At least Indian man will sweep the floor and get paid for it, mop and clean. You know why? Because they love each other, man. And they didn't have to be told that, man. We're the ones that have to be told that. Keep it in.
And nuts. I suffer sin upon him.
And suffer is an old English word meaning allow. So if you correct your brother, then you don't allow him to sin, man. You don't suffer sin upon him. You don't allow him to sin. You go to him, you squash it, man. You don't allow your brother to harbor feelings and hate you or want to kill you and seek your life. You just did it, man. But what's the problem, man? And a lot of people, a lot of times, like when you go to a brother and did it, you realize, you know what was it even stressing about, man? It was nothing. A lot of times, the man looking on you funny ain't even looking on you funny, man. You think he is, he's not. If you was to ask him, you go, huh? Me? No, man. It's how I look, man. The man that owes you money was probably about to pay you, man. A lot of times, it's all in your head, man. That man that was speaking about you, a lot of times, he wasn't even speaking about you, man. That's where the Bible says, go to him and deal alone first, man. We got our own justice system where we can get justice. And getting justice ain't a drive-by, man. It's not running upon him and stabbing him up, man. We'll keep it in.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge.
This ain't black people. This ain't black people. Come on, man. Avenge, man. Why are loads of black men dead? Vengeance, man. Listen, they killed my homies. I gotta go kill theirs, man. Check the scoreboards. Listen, you kill one of mine, we kill 10 of yours, man. That's vengeance right there, man. That's vengeance right there, man. Listen, man. You know, you beat up my little cousin. I gotta go get him back, man. He ain't paid me 3 weeks now. I'm gonna go kill him. All that is vengeance, man. And this is speaking about black people right here, man. This will fix the streets, man. This will fix the streets, man. The hood, the ends, the ghetto, the garrison, the block, the barrio. This will fix all them brothers, the Mexican mafia, man, with tattoos on their face, man. All these beasts, man, in London and Brum. It will fix all of that, man. The oppressor been beefing with France for years, man. They got a war called the 100-Year War. It's not 100 years, but it's called the 100-Year War, man. From Henry VIII to Queen Victoria and all the Tudors, the Stuarts, and they've been beefing for years, man. And you know what they did for peace? They said, let's not beef no more, man. I started something called the European Union, man, where they trade goods and so forth for cheap, man. You can go to France for cheap, and France will give Britain some stuff to trade, and vice versa, man. You know why? Because they're brothers, man. And we're supposed to learn from them. And they are devils, man. And even they can come together, man, just to make money. And we need to do the same. Us, the blacks and Hispanics, need to do the same. If we start bearing grudges, guess what? A lot of more brothers will be alive, man. There will be no such thing as post-Cold Wars, man. There will be no such thing as revenge killings, man. There will be no such thing as, this ends versus that ends, man. Now they kill my brethren, my tight brethren. I can't let that slide, man. I'm going to ride out for you, man. Listen, if you forgave that brother, man, we could dead all that, man. If you're a black woman out there, a black man, Christian, talking about what is the solution, man? I've heard it all. We need more youth clubs. We need more CCTV cameras. We need some more police. We need some black role models, man. You don't need none of that, man. What you need is black men to follow this Bible and drop that grudge, man. That's all you need, man. What you need is an I.S.U.P.K in your city, man. An I.S.U.P.K near you. And that's how you start black on black crime, man. I've seen black role models, man. We got loads, man. Listen, we got more, black people got more celebrities than Chinese people do, man. We got all them celebrities, all them rappers, and all them movie stars and break dancers and athletes, man. And guess what? Black on black crime still exists. And what celebrities do the Chinese have? Wait, they ain't got much, man. A little bit of Jackie Chan here, and black. We got it all. And not only do we have black role models, we got the greatest, man. The greatest comedians, the greatest rappers, the greatest actors. You know what I mean? We've been the fucking sucker, the Mobo and the Grammys, getting all the awards, man. And black on black crime still exists. So that ain't the way, man. We got Trevor McDonald and Ian Wright. Oh, come on, man. So that ain't the way, man. The way is this Bible right here, man. Keep it in.
Grudge against the children of thy people.
And look who God's concerned about. God said against the children of your people. That's who God's concerned about, man. This Bible is a Bible, it's a book for one race of people, man. A lot of people look at me and say, why are you only concerned about black people? Guess why? Because God's only concerned about black people, man.
That's right.
And I'm concerned about what God's concerned about, man. Why would I be concerned about white people when white people are fine, man? Well, what's his name again? Sir Thomas More was an old white man that died, man. A glorious death, man. Died sickly in his sleep, and he's remembered. Got a statue built for himself. A clap. The whole damn nation clapped for him, man. Meanwhile, my grandma, same age as Thomas More, man. No one knows about her, man. Forgotten. You know what I mean? He fought in the war just like Sir Thomas More did, man. No one knows who he is. You know what I mean? So Thomas More is a war veteran. So is one of my uncles, man. No one knows who he is. So listen, the white man he'll be fine, man. He'll get all the glory he needs, all the money he needs, and how. I'm worried about them people that get no glory. I'm worried about the people that built London's underground and got no glory. I'm worried about the people that gave England the money that they have today, and no one talks about them, man. The people that get deported back to the islands, man. That's what I'm concerned about, man. And that's who God's concerned about. We don't.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
And the Bible said you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. And how do you love your neighbor as you love yourself? We just read it, man. Don't hold no grudge. Don't kill him. Don't hate him. That lists how you love your neighbor, man. That's the instructions of how you love your neighbor. I don't care how much talk about. Listen, everyone loves Tupac, man. Oh, Tupac loved black people. He really did. He really loved black people. He was an activist and loved black people. Listen, Tupac raped a black woman, man. I don't care how good you talk and how much you love black people, and you make the best songs that make black people feel proud to be black. When you rape a black woman, you hate black people. Why? Because the Bible said so, man. The Bible says so. You rape black women, you hate black people, man. If you hate your brother and don't Tupac hate your Biggie, man. Didn't approach him and say, "Yo, Biggie, I heard this, man." hated him and talked about having sex with his wife and so forth. That's hating black people, man. I don't care how good you talk. I don't care if you talk a good game. If you violate these commandments towards your brother, you hate black people. Simple as that, man. If you don't marry black women, you hate black people, man. If you prefer other nations over your own, you hate black people. And it's simple as that, man. And we're going to get in scriptures too. Because I know some people online thinking that can't be right, man. Love is not an emotion, man. Love is an action. It's a duty, man. I don't care if you can't stand black people. I don't care if the look of black people makes you feel sick, man. If you keep these commandments towards black people, you love them. And I don't care if you got a nice, fuzzy, warm feeling in your stomach for black people. We know if you love them or not by how you treat them, man. Simple as that, man. Give me Matthew 20 and 40. Shalom and Aquaf, Shalom and CFR Network, Shalom, Shawapa and Thai. We hope to see you like Pyramid, man.
So Matthew 20 and 40?
22 and 40, it's like, yeah.
Matthew 22 and 40.
Wait, give me. Right, give me verse 33.
Matthew 22 and 33. And when the multitude heard this,
Matthew 20, 40s.
So Matthew 22 and 33. Make some volume on this, I can hear it. That's all good. Can you hear me? Oh, you want to read it or?
I'm not connected to the internet.
Oh. No, swear, we'll read it. I think you got a little lad. Read that quick, Book of Shah.
Matthew 22 and 33. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine.
So Christ was speaking, man, teaching as he does, and the multitude is a group of people, a large group of people. They heard Christ speaking and they were astonished, man. They was gobsmacked at his doctrine. Why? Because it was something that they never heard before. And that's why a lot of you are in our classes right now, man. You've heard Christianity, you've heard Islam, and you've heard, Rastafarianism, but then you heard this, man. And you was astonished. What? God don't love everybody. What? The woman ain't equal to the man. Christmas is false. Like, it's the same thing Christ taught then is what we teach today. What a man must love his brother. A man can't have sex with someone outside of his race. I'm saying, no, you can't, man. It's a sin. But in England, we were taught love is love and you can marry who you want, man. No, man. God says different. They were astonished, like, wow. Did he just say what I thought he just said? What we teach at the I.S.U.P.K, what Christ taught back then, and when people hear what we teach, they are astonished at our doctrine, astonished at our teaching, man. Nothing more controversial than what we teach, man. What's that? A man must be masculine, but I thought God cared about your heart. So wait, it's a sin to shave your beard. But a person told us to get a job, you got to be smooth shaven and let's go shaven tidy, let's go clean shaven, implying that if you got a beard, you're dirty. Well, Christ ain't white. Christ only come for black people. No, man. That ain't right, man. Nah, man. God loves everybody, man. You can't say that, man. They were astonished the same way everyone's astonished today, man. Why? Because the same people that was rolling with Christ are the same people rolling with Christ today. And they're at the I.S.U.P.K, man. And they're on them street corners. And they're doing online classes. And they're doing lectures, man. And they're on Facebook. And when people hear it, they're all in them comments, man. They either love it and enjoy it or they hate us and try to flag us and call us a hate group, man. You know why? Because they are astonished, man.
Astonished at his doctrine. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence.
And look, the Pharisees heard that Christ put the Sadducees to silence, man. Shut them up, man. Captain Zite will say, body bag them, man. Body bag them. Come on, man. You're not gonna tell me this is a UPK, man. Number one, you're astonished at our doctrine. And number two, we put religions to silence, man. Put them to silence, man. They come on our radio shows. They come on our podcasts. They come in our classes. They come to the camp. And what do we do? Put them to silence, man. They say, God knows everybody. What about John 3:16? And when we're done with them, they're silent, man. No, but listen, you know,
Right.
what about this? What about this scripture? And when we done break it down, they are silent, man. And Christ did the exact same thing. The Christ you learn up in the church ain't the Christ of the Bible, man. Christ debated people, man. Yes, he did. Put people to silence, man. Shut people up, man. People come to Christ and we shut them up. And guess who Christ shut up? The Sadducees, man. That was the religious leaders of black people back then. That's like Christ coming to your church and shutting it down, man. That's the same as Christ coming to your black mosque and shutting it down, man. Put them to silence, meaning at first they had a lot to say. What about this scripture? What about that scripture? And when Christ was done, just racist. Just think of something to say. That was Christ, man. Shut them up, put them to silence. And that's the minute the I.S.U.P.K, man. We'll silence your imam. We'll silence your pastor. You know what I mean? What's his name? A guy called on the ends last week called Muhammad, man. Silence, man. Silence, man. Keep it in.
They were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer.
So then they all gathered together, man. They all came together. Yo, how are we going to beat this man called Christ? He's on fire, man. He knows the scriptures better than us. And amongst that group of people, one of them was a lawyer. A lawyer back then was a man that knew the law very well, man. Diverse in the law, man. So guess what? The people that came against Christ wasn't your average little crackers on the street, man. Wasn't member the pingers, man. They were your top philosophers, man. Your PhDs, your theologians, your deacon and bishops and deaconesses and reverends. All these men here, man. And amongst them people, one of them had a high stature. That will be a pastor today, man. You know what I mean? A deacon today, man. And this is what he said. Keep it in.
Asked him a question.
And this man asked Christ a question, man. Try to mud him up, man. Try to twist him up. Like what they do, man. They do it all the time. Okay, so if God don't love white people, then why did he make them? Sit back. They think they got you and so forth. So, okay. If God said you can't eat pig, then why did Peter have the dream about the unclean beast? I got it, man. Same for me, Christ, man. Everyone thought they had the answer, man. They want to come and confound you and make you look stupid and so forth, man. Keep it in.
Tempting him and saying, verse 36.
And he's trying to tempt Christ, man. Tempting him. Meaning this question ain't a genuine question, man. And what's he trying to tempt Christ for? Does anyone know? Okay, when you give it a shot, what is he tempting Christ for?
Like
Anyone
I
alive?
already heard the class.
I know, Sweat. Anyone online want to type it in? What is he tempting Christ for? Lara, you want to get a shot? What's tempting Christ for?
So basically, he's tempting him, hoping that he'll give a wrong answer so that he can show everyone that this man don't know the Bible.
There you go. He's trying to. What's to kill Christ? What's to get Christ killed? His job is to get Christ killed, man. They tempt him to get Christ killed. In the Bible, it says, if any man teaches you to go against the laws of God, that man shall be accursed. And that's what he's trying to do. He's saying, yo, Christ, this is an adultery right here. Now, Moses said, kill her. That Moses said, oh, what do you say? Say, go on, say, don't kill her. And they, blasphemy. You mean tell me Moses said we must kill her and you're saying no? You're saying no. Who are you? You ain't greater than Moses. Like if you tell someone not to keep the law of the white man, you're a criminal. If you're a man out there, like the law says, prostitution's wrong. This law today, the white man's law. And if you're a man with a prostitution ring, you're saying forget his law, follow me, man. That's against the law. And you will get locked up for that, man. If you're a man teaching people to do something else, what do they call you again? You're provoking a revolt, man. You're an accessory to a crime. You ain't doing it, but you're teaching people they should do it, man. Do you know if you tell someone to kill themselves, it's against the law? You're provoking a man to commit suicide, man. And that's what they want to get Christ, man. Go and say it, man. If he says it was jump on him. You know, we caught a woman in adultery. Moses said to kill this woman. Now we know Christ ain't really down with the whole murder thing. He's down for forgiveness. So let's see how he's gonna answer this, man. But you can't catch Christ, man. Christ is too smart, man. Christ answered in a way where you can't really, and with what? And with taxes too, man. And with taxes, Christ is saying they know you should pay taxes. So they're like, well, you know, what do you say about taxes then? Because, you know, Caesar said you must pay taxes, but the Bible says don't pay taxes to heathens. Trying to put Christ in a situation where they can get him killed, man. If Christ said you shouldn't pay taxes, who would they go run to? Caesar. If Christ said you should pay taxes and say, oh, get him killed, why? Because the Bible said don't pay to heathens, man. But Christ was too smart for that, man. Trying to tempt him to get him killed, man. Keep reading.
Saying, a master, which is the great commandment.
Shalom Magawa. And he said, master. He said, master, what's the greatest commandment in the law, man? Calling Christ master, you know, be no sarcastic, you know, trying to flatter somebody. All right, cool. So master, hear this, man. What's the greatest commandment in the law, man? Knowing fair well that all of them are important, man. Keep it in.
Yahushua said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Yahushua said, listen, you love the Most High with all your heart and all your soul, man. And the book of 1 John says what? You love God by keeping his commandments, man. That's how you love the Most High. I'm gonna tell you how you love the Most High, man. If you don't go to Mecca, if you don't go to Mecca and circle a stone, you love the Most High, man. If you have no idols, you love the Most High, man. If you don't serve another God, that's how you love the Most High, man. If you don't celebrate Easter and Christmas and talk about Vishnu and Allah, that's how you love the Most High. The Lord said, love the Lord with all your heart, man. And how do you love God? By keeping his commandments, man. By putting no other God before him, man. You don't love God because you go to church. You don't love God just because you say, you do it by your actions, man. You do it by your actions. And commandment 1 is what? Have no other gods before me, man. No idols. Do not take the Lord's name in vain, man. Don't have no idols. Don't worship no other holiday. And when you keep them commandments, you love them. You love the Lord, man. And the Lord said, listen, this is the greatest commandment, to love the Lord with all your heart and soul, man. Meaning with all your being, man. Even with all the temptations and all the lust and people trying to pull you in, you say, no, man, I love the Lord. Keep reading.
And with all thy mind.
And with all your mind, man. I mean, you think about the Most High, man. Someone tries to offer you pork, you're like, nah, man, I'm not on that, man. Because your mind's in here. Your mind's in serving the Most High, man. No next man's woman can say, yo, come have sex with me, man. Because your mind's just focused on the Lord, man. It won't work, man. Keep it in.
This is the first and great commandment.
And Christ said, when you love the Lord, that's a great commandment, man. That's the first and great commandment. Keep reading.
And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
And he said the second is pretty similar to the first one, man. The second one is love your neighbor. And how do you love your neighbor, man? I just said you love your neighbor when you keep the laws that pertain to your neighbor, man. How do you love your wife? When you keep the laws that pertain to your wife, man. You don't love your wife by getting her a birthday card. You don't love your wife because you didn't have great sex, man. You love your wife when you don't beat her, man. You love your wife when you make sure she's fed, man. Even though she gets on your nerves, you make sure she's fed, man. Love is a duty, man. Like, how do you love your children when they're crying at night time and you feed them? If you didn't wake up and feed them, then you love yourself and not them. But you love them more than yourself, and you get up even though you want to sleep. Why? You're fulfilling that duty, man. Likewise with your brother owes you money, man. If you were loving yourself and serving yourself, you'll make sure he's dead, man. But because you love him, you know what? I'm gonna cool off, man. If anything, don't talk to me because I'm not in the mood, man. When you love your brother, guess what? You don't have sex with his wife, man. His wife be trying to make advances at you, trying to flirt with you. You go, nah, man. You go, what? Nah, man. That's my brother right there, man. I can't destroy this brother, man. I would never have sex with this man's woman, man. I would never destroy his family. You belong to him. That's how you love your brother, man. And when you love the Most High and love your brother, are we done?
On these two hang all the law and the prophets.
And the Bible says on these two commandments, man, and loving the Lord and loving your brother, on these two hangs all the laws, man. Imagine you got a hook at home and you got thousands of keys, man, and you hang all them keys on that one hook, man. All them keys are held together by that one hook, man. What do you call it? Hook, a hanger, man. Loads of keys, loads of different keys, but they're all held together by that one hanger, and that's the law right there, man. There's many laws, but they all hang on these two right here, man. There's many laws when, if a man owes you money, he should pay double. And if a man steals, he should pay double. And if a man has sex with your wife, you should kill that man. Loads of laws, man. But guess what? If you love your brother as you love yourself, then there's no need to kill anybody. There's no need for anybody to pay a fine. No need for anyone to pay a double, man. Why? Because love your brother. If you keep love your brother as you love yourself, you've just eradicated all them laws, man. Why? Because loads of laws, all them laws hang on them two laws right there, man. So if you keep them, there's no need for no other laws, man. There's no need for you to keep the other laws and pay a fine or what, you know what I mean? The fines, the retribution or whatever the case may be, man. And Christ said, love your brother as you love yourself is a great commandment, man. So as black people, we're supposed to love our brothers, man. It's a commandment. It's not a suggestion. It's not something we can do if we want. If you're a black man with a black business out there, you're supposed to go out there and hire black people, man. I don't want to hear nothing about, but black people are hard to work with, man. Listen, you better go hire some black people, man. Because God said so. You're meant to put food in a black man's belly, man. Put money in a black man's pocket, man. I don't care what ends is from, man. I don't care what set he reps, man. That's your brother, and you are obliged to look after him. You are obliged to love him, man. It's like the one.
And also, what's strange about that is, for as many black people as they say are going to show up to work late, there's many black people that will show up to work on time.
There you go.
So that's nonsense of, they're always late and they got all the dramas at home, so they call and say they can't come into work. But there's a black person that will show up to work.
That's right.
And they don't think like that.
And it's true, man. Well, a lot of our people are destroyed, man. And someone got to have the patience with our people, man. Or we can be like the oppressor and say black people ain't nothing. But that's what he says. Or you can't work with them. You can't fix them, man. Someone has to break that chain, man. Someone got to break that chain, man. And why can't it be you? Christ said, what, the kingdom of heaven's in you, man. Everyone's waiting for the day that black people can fix up. Like, I jump on when black people are fixed. Nah, man. You got to be the one to fix them, man. In fact, you got to fix yourself. Because a lot of brothers are walking around thinking that everybody else is the problem and they ain't the problem, man. Everyone's talking about, oh, God, you can't do nothing with black people, man. And that mentality is the problem. So you're the problem too, man. That's one of the main issues, man. And we are commanded to love our people, employ our own people, have sex with our own people, man. How is it you're a black man with a white woman, man? Or Chinese or Arab woman who's fine? She don't need you, man. A lot of black men are in jail, homosexual, in the army, dead. And here it is, you're a black man who ain't homosexual. You're a black man who ain't dead, who ain't in jail, man. And you give all that love to somebody else. Oh, God. Listen, white people ain't in jail like black people, man. White people ain't dead like black people are, man. We are rare. And you being one of the rare black men giving love to somebody that don't need your love, man. There's many white men that this woman could fall in love with, man. There's many Chinese women that there's many Chinese men that the Chinese woman could fall in love with. There's many Arab men that the Arab man could fall in love with, man. And you're saying, no, I'm going to give my love to this one here, man. A lot of our sisters are, violent and like to fight, man. And here it is, we got one that don't want to fight. And she gives her love to somebody else, man. That's ridiculous, man. So lucky, especially celebrities. The Lord made you rich, so why? So you can make another black woman rich, man. You don't go into the shard with your oppressor woman, man. Well, you don't think black women want to go to the shard too? Well, black women don't want to be wine and dine too. So lucky, man. I've gone this for a while, but yeah, someone give me Judges. The book of Judges 19:21. No, he's correct. He's not. Give me Judges 19. So like, yeah.
The book of Judges 19 and 21.
But give me again.
Judges 19:21.
Just hold on a second. Trying to get the part of one. No, give me Judges 19 and start from verse 10.
Come on. Judges 19, verse 10. You hear me? Selector?
Can.
But the man would not tarry that night, but he rose up and departed and came over against Jebus.
So this is a brother who's
which
a
is
priest.
Jerusalem.
This is a brother that is a priest, and his wife left him, and he went far and wide to go find his wife, man. And he found his wife at her dad's house. So after he found his wife at her dad's house, he went home back to his own house with his wife again, you know, to go live their life. And his father said, "Nah, man, stay with us, man." He goes, "Nah, I can't, man. I can't tarry." So the brother, you know, got back on his journey, got traveling back to his country, and he went to Jebus. If you get a Bible dictionary, we'll let you know where Jebus is. It's by the land of Ephraim. Keep it in.
Khan. And there was with him 2 asses saddled. Concubine also was with him.
And back then, see, today you catch
Like
today
said,
to
do you
go.
want me to look in the?
No. It's too hard. And so this man set on his journey, got his wife back from far and wide, and with him he had 2 asses, which is like 2 donkeys, and they were saddled, and he had a concubine with him. Today now, if you're taking a long journey, you jump on the mega bus, throw your luggage in the underpart compartment. Back then it wasn't like so. Back then you had to travel far, man. Make sure you got enough water, change your clothes, a tent, and you had to saddle an ass. An ass is different from a horse. A horse can move fast, but it will burn out of energy quick. An ass moves slow, but it can go for distances, man. You know what I mean? So a coach or a bus would be more like an ass today. That's what you would need to travel long distances. So this brother is traveling back home, got his ass saddled, his donkey saddled, and he's heading back home. Keep it in. You got it.
Khan. And when they were by Jebus, the day was far spent. Can you hear me, Slakia?
Khan.
And the servant said unto his master, "Come, I pray thee, and let us turn into this city of the Jebusites and lodge in it."
So this man and his servants are traveling.
And his master said unto him,
So like 1
"We
second.
will not
So
turn aside hither
wait.
into the city."
So this man's traveling with his servants, and they're traveling. And as they're traveling, the man's saying, "Listen, it's getting tired. I'm getting tired right now. It's getting dark, man. Let's just lodge in the city of the Jebusites, man. Today, this would be like it's like a service station, man. You know, you're traveling, just pull over and jam there for a bit, and in the morning, get back up." So his servants said, "You know what, master, it's getting late. It's getting tired. Let's go into the heathens' land, man. It's only the night. We only stay the night. And after that, you know, we go home and, you know, but let's stay in the Jebusites' land, man, just for one night, man." And the Jebusites are what you call Africans today, man. Hamites. Keep reading. Verse 12.
Khan. And his master said unto him, "We will not turn aside hither into the city of a stranger that is not of the children of Israel.
You hear that?
We will pass over Gilbert."
You hear that? The brother goes, "No, you're mad.
Gilbert.
I would not go to no heathen city, man. I'm only stopping with black people, man. And that's how black people are supposed to feel. You're supposed to only want to be around black people, man. You're supposed to only feel safe around black people. This brother says it's getting dark. I can't trust nobody else. But I can't trust my own people though. That's how it's supposed to be. But thanks to Christianity, it's changed. Thanks to Christianity, you're walking at nighttime and you see a gang of black men and you cross the street, man. You tuck your chain in. But really, you're supposed to see a gang of black men and say, oh my God, thank God it's you. From far, I thought it was a bunch of Somalis, man. But thank God it's my brothers, man. And that's how it's supposed to be, man. These brothers say, listen, it's getting dark. Listen, the only place I feel safe is around black people, man. The only place I'm going to rest my head is around black people, man. And in 2021, guess where black people want to live in 2021? In white neighborhoods. I'm going to move around there. Too much black people around there, man. That's ghetto, man. Nah, man. I'm not trying to get shut down there. When that's not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to feel more safe around black people, man. We're supposed to feel unsafe around the heathens. This brother did. We're supposed to say, I ain't going around there. No white people are racist, man. I ain't going around there. You know, God knows what it might do to me. They might cry rape. They might call the police on me. I might turn my music a bit too loud and they put a noise complaint in, man. We're supposed to only feel safe around black people, man. That's brotherhood right there, man. Can you imagine how that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven? In the kingdom of heaven, man, you only feel safe around black people, man. You're going to carry your children to a black nursery, man. You don't want them to go to any other nursery but a black one. That's what it's going to be, man. And because black people are destroyed, it's upside down. And we don't want our children to go to black nurseries. We don't want to move into a black neighborhood. We don't want to see black people on a late night. We don't want to go to black shops, man. Like, don't go to even 2 Teeth, man. 2 Teeth, nice teeth, man. I ain't going there again. See, we don't want to even work for black people. Say black people 2 Teeth, but you know what I mean? They never pay you on time, man. When that's not how it was supposed to be, man. Back in the day, before slavery, we felt comfortable around our own people, man. It was getting dark. At nighttime, guess what? That's when the robbers come out, man. That's when the robbers and thieves and killers come out, man. And this brother didn't feel safe around being by them Africans, man. At nighttime, he felt safe by being by black people, man. That's the only place he could sleep properly, man. But in 2021, thanks to Christianity, thanks to drugs and oppression, the worst place you want to be is when a black man. You know, it's a shame to say. But read that again, verse 12.
And his master said unto him, we will not turn aside hither into the city of a stranger that is not of the children of Israel.
There you go, man. So listen, I don't care how dark I get in. Listen, I'm gonna walk and walk and walk. Listen, I ain't stopping on Heathen City, man. I ain't stopping there, man. And now, guess what? Brothers think they've made it somewhere. Why? Because they work with white people, man. I don't work around here. I don't live. Listen, put a brother in an office with some white people and some shoes. Oh, God, man. He thinks he's made it, man. Put a sister with some higher heels and put her in the office around some oppressors. And, oh, God, she thinks she's made it, man. And don't forget the glasses. She puts a pair of specs on. It's a wrap, man. We're supposed to be so brotherly that the only place you would want to be is around us, man. The only place your kids are safe is around us, man. The only place your money is safe is around us, man. The only place you want to put your money will be in a black bank. You want your kids to run around in a black park. And the kingdom of heaven is going to be like that, man. That's right. It's going to be like that, man. And you know why? Because everybody's going to learn these commandments, man. And the people that don't want to learn them, the Lord's going to kill them, man. So what are you supposed to do? Right. Not be a part of them brothers that's going to be killed, man. Don't be a part of them, man. You make sure you're one of them brothers that listen and live and love your brothers, man. And love your brother. Listen, this is a game right here we're playing, man. And like any game, whether it's football or basketball, you have your own team, man. And you should want your team to win. You play hard and sweat and run all up and down the pitch. Why? So your team can win, man. And black man, you don't want your team to win. You don't want your team to win. I want my team to win, man. And for that, I'm good to my team. I love my team, man. I prefer my team over everyone else, man. If you're a black man having sex with someone else who's not a part of your team, you're the same as a black man scoring an own goal, man. You're a black man fighting in the army of another team. You're scoring an own goal, man. Imagine you're meant to be on my team and you're making the other team gain points, man. That's what you're doing. You're taking your hard black earned money and giving it to one of their women. You're taking your good black skills and might and athletes and, you know, your black muscle, man, and fighting in their army. You're gaining them points, man. Meanwhile, your own team's hungry. Meanwhile, your own team get deported, man. And that's why brotherhood is important, man. You see when you got real brotherhood, all them points go to your team, man. All them, you're not scoring no own goals, man. You're a black man marrying a black woman. Guess what? You get your black woman your money, man. You got black children, man. You just helped a black man. A black man ain't got. Thanks to you, a black man ain't got to worry about his daughter being single, man. Ain't got to worry about his daughter becoming a whore. You know why? Because a good black man got her, man. At night time, she goes to she lies in bed with a good black man. You just done a brother a good favor, man. That's what you just done. That's brotherhood right there, and that makes the nation stronger. You're scoring points for us. You're taking your strength and your might and fixing black people, man. You're taking all your skills. How are you a black woman that can cook, man, and you're cooking for some oppressor, man? You're making his day better. He comes home from a hard day's work and you make his life better, man. Meanwhile, the brothers out there with no woman, man. Brothers out there that got a woman putting their fingers in their face and kicking him out the house, man. You're scoring points for them. But really, a brother should have you, man. You should make a brother's life feel more better. After a hard day of slavery, a brother could have you, man. After a woman, being, raped and molested, she should have you, man. You should help her. You're a good black man. There's all these black women that's destroyed that would love a good black man to fix them up, man. You don't belong in the arms of some white woman, man. So luck, yeah. You got that, yeah?
Sorry, Judges 19 and 30.
13.
Judges 19 and 13. And he said unto his servant.
And he said to his servant, this servant was a black man. Every time in the Bible, according to the context, servant ain't a man that you whip and beat, man. A servant could be like, in the Fresh Prince, you got Jeffrey. Jeffrey's a servant, man. Jeffrey don't get whipped and beaten. He works to make us pay the fair wage, man. And times were different from today. Back then you needed a servant, man. Today you just crack on thanks to the microwave anyway, cooking's way more easier, man. But back then, to cook, you had to get wood, man. Rub it together, get pots, cook outside. You needed a servant for that. A man will work for you for that, man. Why? That was work, man. Not anybody could just go on the stove and put it to dial free and, read the cookbook and let it set, man. Now, listen, back then, cooking was a skill, man. A man that can make a cake back then, there was no dials on the cooker. You couldn't just push what's the thing, man? It goes tick, 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 tick. None of that, man. You had to rub wood together and, which is hard, man. Get firewood as well, chop down firewood, bring it back to the town. I think you got to cook firewood horizontally. Yeah. So that's why people had servants, man. And this man traveled with his servant, man. He walked past the Africa's land. Why? Because he was brotherly. So, we ain't lodging there, man. I don't feel safe around there, man. I feel safe around my brothers, man. And that's how black people are supposed to feel, man. You're supposed to feel safe around Bloods and Crips, man. You're not supposed to move out. Why? This area's terrible, man. Too much black people. You're meant to say, Bloods and Crips, I'm moving there, man. They'll make sure I'm safe, man. They'll make sure no police don't come in here and kill me like how they kill Mark Duggan, man. Why you say it's a blood neighborhood? We're moving in. that what you're supposed to say? Keep it in.
And let us draw near to one of these places.
And he said, let us draw near to one of these places, man. Somewhere where black people are. You know what I mean? Let's not stop it. It'd be easier to stop here where the Hamites are, but now let's walk a little bit more, man, and draw near to one of these places, man. Draw near to Handsworth and Aston and Hockley, man. Let's get a bit close to them areas, man. Keep it in.
To lodge all night in Gibeah or in Ramah.
And Gibeah and Ramah are both Benjamite cities, man. And that's where this brother felt safe. Now, if you read the story, it didn't go to plan. But that's something else. But he felt his way. Why? Because it's supposed to be that way, man. As black people, we live by a code of conduct, man. You're supposed to go to Jamaica as a black man from Britain and say, yo, these brothers would never overcharge me. I can trust them with my money, man. That's what you're supposed to say, man. Keep going.
And they passed on and went their way. And the sun went down upon them when they were by Gibeah.
All right, no sweat. So give me 1 John 2:11.
First John 2:11. Can you hear me, Slakia?
Yeah, I hear you.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness.
Read it again.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness.
And the Bible goes, you hate your brother. You're not in the
And-
truth, man. You hate your brother. You ain't in the truth, man. All them fake Israelites talking about, yeah, man, because you know what I mean. We hate black women and the Lord's gonna kill the black woman and because of the nigger woman. You ain't in the truth, man. I don't care about what scriptures you know, man. I don't care. You can break down Daniel's 7th chapter, man. The Bible goes, you're not in the truth, man. Being in darkness means what? There's no. If you're in darkness, you can't see where you're going. There's no light, man. And that's what the Lord calls being in the world, being in darkness, man. With the lights on, you can see where you're going. With the lights on, you can see where you're going. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go left or go right. When the lights are off, you know what to do. You know what to eat, what to follow, what to join, what God to serve. And that's people that hate their brother, man. You're in darkness, man. Again, everyone looks up to Tupac like, oh, he's so wise, and you know what I mean? The Black Revolution, and Tupac made some speeches, and everyone listened to him. Listen, that man's in darkness, man. I ain't following no man. Listen, number one, I don't follow rappers, man. Rappers make good music, and that's it, man. Tupac weren't no prophet, weren't no wise man. All he was a rapper, man. Listen, Tupac can't even lead himself. Tupac talks garbage, man. Tupac talks about, West Side. He's not even from the West Coast, man. He's born in New York, man. Then moved to Baltimore, man. Both of them are East Coast areas, and lived in the West Coast for like 5 years, man. And I must follow him when he don't even know where he don't even know where it's from. He don't know where it's from, but he's gonna lead me, man. I don't follow rappers, man. Rappers make good music. I bounce my head to their tunes, and that's it, man. They don't dictate my life, man. I don't say good. Tupac said, listen, Tupac used to have sex with Madonna, man. That's how pro-black he was. So pro-black, he had sex with Madonna, man, a white woman, man. Tupac got a tune called to Live and Die in LA. And when Tupac was in the West Coast, he wasn't even in LA, man. From Oakland, man. I'm just showing you that listening to these rappers is ridiculous, man. It's like the other one.
And also on the back of that, with Madonna, he broke up with that because he admitted that it didn't look good for his image. So even he knew that as a black man talking pro-black, for him to be in a relationship with Madonna, who's white and so white, he knew that when it gets.
Come on, man. That's how it is, man. Listen, any man that don't love his brother, man, is in darkness, man. Is in darkness, man. Anyone talking about has sex with your wife, man, you're in darkness, man. You are not a man to follow, man. Keep reading.
Hold on. And walketh in darkness.
And you walk in darkness?
Whither he goeth.
And you don't know where you're going, man. You know why? Because your brother, we're part of an army right now, man. And your brother's a part of the army with you. How can you hate him, man? I think in the army they call that friendly fire, man. The Bible goes, any man that does that in darkness, man, you're a fool, man. How are you going to hate members of your own army, man? How are you going to hate members of your own team, man? And if you're doing something like that, guess what? You walk in darkness, man. Because I've never heard a Chinese man say, listen, I don't date Chinese women, man. But I hear black people say it. I've never heard give someone else, Arabs say, listen, I don't go for Arab women, man. But black people do, man. You know why? We're in darkness, man. And we've been taught to hate our brothers, man. I know what you can thank for that Christianity, man. After Dungabar got a perfect lecture. As a black man, listen, growing up is like growing up in a battlefield and you don't even know it. As soon as you come out the womb, you see Superman on telly and he's a white man. You go to church every Sunday and you see a white man on the wall, man. You see Spider-Man white, and guess what? Everything for you is great and white, man. Everything. The school teacher, white. You're a black girl, Barbie, white, the blonde hair, man. By the time you get to 18, you just hate black people. And you don't even know it. By the time you're 18, you don't want a black woman. You want what you've been programmed to like. You don't want you don't like black people, but you like white people, though. It amazes me how brothers will forgive the oppressor for 400 years of slavery and won't forgive the brother that owes him £10, man. That's because we lack brotherhood, man. Keep reading.
Khan, because that darkness have blinded his eyes.
And darkness have blinded us. We've been hating our brothers for so long. We think that our brother is actually the enemy, not knowing that what your brother does the stuff he does because he's oppressed just like you are, man. Your brother won't pay you back the money. Why? Because the devil ain't paying him. And that's why he's taking drastic measures and trying to skank you and not answer your phone calls. Why, man? Because he's rich, because he got it. He's doing that because he don't got it, man. Why? Because the devils ain't paying him. They ain't hiring him. And that's the reason why. But you don't see that because you're in darkness, man. You're too busy just hating your brothers, man. Keep it in.
Khan, I write unto you, little children, because your sins are forgiven you for his name's sake. I write unto you, fathers, because you have known him that is from the beginning. I write unto you, young men, because ye have overcome the wicked one.
There you go, man. And Christ said, John said, write unto you. John was writing to the people the Proverbs, yeah? This is John. John speaking to the brothers in the school at this time. He said, write unto you, because you know about overcoming the wicked one, man. He's speaking to brothers in the school, man, that overcome that black on black hate, man. Overcome all the lust that they was doing back in the past. And saying, for this I write unto you. But drop that. Give me Matthew 5 and 23.
Come on. Matthew 5 and 23. Matthew 5:23. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar.
So the Lord's talking, this is Christ speaking, and Christ said you give your gift to the altar, man. A gift is what? A sacrifice, man. The Lord, back in them days, the Lord required a sacrifice. In fact, the Lord requires one today, man. But the sacrifice we give today is greater than lambs and bulls, man. But that's another topic.
Right.
And he's saying when you go to the altar, you got your bull, your ram, something that God loves, man. God wants, God requires this from you. Keep reading.
Khan. And there rememberest that thy brother have aught against thee.
And right before you're about to give your gift, right before you're about to pay your tithes, right before you're about to give your what's it called, your peace fund, you remember? Hold on. Me and Pressure ain't speaking, you know. Right before you're about to pay tithes, you're about to press send and click. You know what I mean? Show the world how great of an Israelite you are and how much you keep the law. And you remember, you know what? Oh man, me and Pressure on bad terms. You know, we could fall out this morning, man. This is what you're supposed to do. We done?
Khan. Leave there thy gift before the altar.
Stop what you're doing, man. Stop what you're doing. Listen, tithes is important, man. You must pay your tithes, man. But nothing's more important than brotherhood, man. Before you pay them tithes, before you give your gifts and your offering, stop. Hold up, man. Leave that right there, man. That can wait for this. Your brother don't like you, man. Listen, everything got to stop. Everything got to drop. You know why? Because these brothers ain't talking. You're out of slavery. Listen, if a brother got aught against you, you better leave that slavery, man, and sort it out, man. You better ask to be excused and jump on that phone, man. Nothing's more important than brotherhood, man. Nothing more important than black people loving each other, man. The Lord don't care what you're doing, man. I don't care what your conversation you're in. I don't care how important you think your life is, man. Nothing is more important than brotherhood. And Christ said, even if you're giving what an offering, man, a sacrifice, man, you gotta drop what you're doing. Why? Because these two brothers, they need to talk again, man. They need to be on good terms again, man. Keep it in.
Come. And go thy way.
And go your way. Leave your gift right there. Go and find that brother, man. We done?
Come. First, be reconciled to thy brother.
And first be reconciled, man. Make amends with him, man. See, listen, the way you spoke to him was kind of effed up, man. Nah, but listen, man, sometimes, you know, you go back and forth, man, until you iron it out, man. All right, cool, man. I was out of order. You was, man. Don't worry, man. You know, I didn't see it like that. So, you know, sometimes I talk a bit loud. I didn't mean to, but all right, fair enough. You're a big man. I shouldn't speak like that. It was a bit harsh. And, you know, I get it, man. I get it. You know, I'm working on it. I've been told before I talk a bit harsh. You know, so lucky, man. You reconciled, man. After a man will give you £1, give you £1, you know, it's cool, man. Let's go drink 2 Maggie, man. You know what I mean? You're cool now, man. You had a problem, and you solved it out, man. You sorted it. first be reconciled, man. Meaning brotherhood comes first, man, before the sacrifice, man. Before your donations, man. Before all your good works, brotherhood comes first, man. Black people loving each other comes first, man. That's what comes first. You and the brother got an ought, man, got a disagreement, man. That comes first, man. Keep reading.
Thank you, sir. If I could.
Go on.
Yeah, so if a brother, for example, has got an issue with a brother, right, and has already spoke about it, but is still not on talking terms with the brother, do you still hold back the gift, or do you carry on with the gift?
Break it down again. So a brother got an issue, spoke to the brother, and he's still keeping silence.
He's still keeping silence, yeah. And you know, you've bared the olive leaf, so to speak, right?
Well, the brother, it's like the brother that's keeping silent is the one that has a problem,
right? And
this scripture's for him. The brother that ain't keeping silent, say shalom, brother, man. He ain't got the problem. He probably don't even know the man that's speaking to him. The Bible gets both aspects. The scriptures that talk about the man who you're talking about, but in this case, talking about the man with the problem. So if a brother have an ought against you, you're the one with the ought, man. And you need to stop being a woman and say, you know what, you might not even notice, but I wasn't speaking to you, you know, because A, B, and C. This is what you need to do. You know what I mean?
So Slaki said, Slaki, just one other thing, sir. Slaki, if I could.
Slaki, sorry, no. The scripture is talking about the man also, because it said thy brother have an ought against thee. So even if a man got a problem with you, man, say squash it, man. So listen, what's the problem, man? And the best way to do it is take Christianity out of it. A lot of times Christianity is in the air, so brothers feel like, oh, I can't do this, man. Sounds so gay and mushy. Listen, get at him, man, like a lion, man. Do it aggressively. So yo, hey, come here, man. Listen, what's the fucking problem, man? No, big man thing. Listen. I phone you, don't answer, man. Listen, there's an issue. Like, come on, man. Like, I ain't done it to you, man. Get aggressive with it, man. Brotherhood comes with, you know, anything in life comes with being aggressive, man.
Okay.
You know, you feel you gotta be like, oh, brother, what's the problem, man? You know what I mean? You know, we ain't got that in us, so we can never attack it, man. So listen, if I finish you, Salakia, but listen, that ain't the case, man. Oh, fair enough. I did do it. And I knew I was doing it. But what it was, boom, 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 man. I was having a bad day, and come on, man. Hopefully you can forgive me, man. Cause yo, listen, I mean, you go way back, man. You go way, man. We can't drop that for nothing, man. Just be gangster with it, man. When you're all soft and Satan comes in and gets to your head and says, listen, don't do it now, do it tomorrow. Just make the phone call. Family dial his number. It's too late now, you can't go back. You look ridiculous if you hang up, man. Family say, oh yeah, listen, I beg you, I could talk, man. Family say, that's too late, man. Let's get aggressive with it, man. And what you'll find out is, what you was tripping over, it was nothing. When it done, you're like, oh, Satan had me thinking this is a big deal. It wasn't no big of a deal. That was it. That's how you gotta do it, man. That's how you keep brotherhood, man. Just say there's one law that's hard to keep, man. It's more harder than not smoking weed. It's more harder than putting on whores, man. And that's go to him being here alone, man.
Trust.
Loads of brothers stumble over. Listen, I've seen people put down pork and weed and crab and whores, man. I can't overcome this, man. The school was split in the 90s over this, man. Brothers that put down pork and lust in the world, man, split in half just because of this scripture right here, man. And that's why Christ had to put it in the commandments, man. Keep it in.
Come. And then come and offer thy gift.
And then come back, man. Then, you know, give your donation. Then come to class, man. You know what I mean? Then come to the holy days, man. Before you do any of that, squash it, man. Before you come in here acting all holy, yeah, man. Look, I'm at the holy days, man. My garment. And before all of that, man, the Lord wants you just to be good with your brother, man. Just to be good with your brother, man. And we need that, man. We need black love, man. We need brotherhood, man. One thing we lack is brotherhood, man. Imagine black people are divided in every way you can think of, man. Sometimes it makes my head spin. We divided over postcodes, man. Nowadays we divided over America and England, man. England saying, oh, you like copy our beats, man. No, man. The Pop Smoke beat's a UK beat, man. We divided over light skin, man. Fuck, it's like you see memes about, oh, this is how light skinned people are. And even an insult, man. When a man's acting like a bitch, excuse me French, people say, yo, that was very light skin of you, man. Come on, man. Any way we can divide, we divide, man. Rich black people don't like poor black people. I look at them scum Negroes, man. I don't want to be by them. Poor black people don't like rich black people. And all this is because we lack brotherhood, man. Because we lack brotherhood. But every way you can think of, black people are divided, man. A black man are like that. Slacky, go on.
Slacky, just to add to what you're saying, I didn't mean to cut you there. My apologies. That shit there just reminds me of grooming the Negro, the Willie Lynch syndrome. Yeah, that's in effect right now. And he said it would go for thousands and thousands of years. And it's still right up to this day, Willie Lynch is still in black people.
And it's true, man. And black people have been reduced to animals, man. Reduced to animals. Imagine this year, like, imagine you got a dog, and this dog, it guards the house. It's a big Rottweiler that guards the house. It stays outside in the rain and so forth, man. So you got another dog that, you know, is the nice little Chihuahua, stays in the house, gets sleep on the city, man. And the dog in the house thinks it's better than the dog outside. But guess what? Both of them are dogs, man. Both of them are dogs. That's what black people go through, man. Yeah, but I work in a better place than you do. Yeah, but I'm stronger than you are, though. I'm outside, man. And both of you are just dogs, man. To this oppressor, both of you are dogs. The oppressor won't have either of you eat from his fork. Just like a dog. You got two dogs outside. Both of them you would never want to rule over you. Both of them you wouldn't want in the same bed with your baby. Both of them you'd never, well, white people do, black people would never have food and give that same food to a dog. Why? Because we find it disgusting, man. Both of them, and that's black people, we think, yeah, but the person loves me more because, you know, I'm light skinned or I get to stay in the house, and both of us dogs, man. One gets paid more, one gets treated a bit different, but nonetheless, people don't want dogs to rule over them. Nobody wants to answer to a dog, man. And like the person don't want you in charge, regardless of if you're outside or in the house, man. It's like right. Oh, sorry, we done.
25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him.
So Christ saying to agree with your adversary, man. It is saying your adversary is your enemy. It is saying that we must follow Christianity.
No.
So what's it saying? Christ said agree with your adversary, agree with your enemy. So what's it saying then?
Your enemy of Israel, your own people to forgive.
No, not in this context, talking about the enemy, man, the oppressor. Say agree with your enemy quickly. So that's saying we must go to church.
No. It means you smooth it over with him, but don't follow where you're going, to his church and to the pub with him and them things there. But just smooth it over with him and then continue.
Nah. When you read on it, let you know, is this one talking about police, man, the adversary, the people that want to shut down camp, the people that got the power to lock you up. Agree with him, man. So, officer, you're right, officer. You're okay. Yeah, man. We're doing a religious demonstration here, speaking. You know, it's in our rights. All right, officer. All right, cool. Then, yeah, you good though. All right, officer. You want to see the paperwork? All right, cool, man. All right, cool. That's it, man. That's what it means to agree with him. Don't do what people do on TV nowadays, man. Listen, are you under your oath? Are you under your oath? You pigs. Why? Because you're only gonna end up getting a laptop, man. You said agree with him. Yeah, okay, cool. We're doing the work of the Lord. Pardon? Or what? Okay, then. If anything, we'll show you our paperwork. There's a big crowd here. We can move the crowd for you if you want. So agree with him. Don't you pigs, you white devil. They'll lock you up, man. And the next line is gonna show that. Keep it in.
Come. Lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge.
There you go, man. You talk like, if you don't agree with him, you talk that garbage and listen, are you under your oath? I'm not obliged to wear a mask. Listen, he just lock you up, man. Deliver you to the judge. Keep it in.
Come. And the judge deliver thee to the officer.
And the judge will deliver you back to him, back to the officer. He delivers you to the judge. The judge makes his verdict. Then you go back to the officer. And guess where the officer puts you? Keep it in.
Come. And thou be cast into prison.
And the officer will put you in jail, man. All you got to do is agree with him, man. Okay. What's it? The mic's too loud. No problem, officer. We'll turn it down. The Bible calls Christ what? The mighty counselor, man. A counselor, the man that gives you advice. And guess what? Christ gave the best advice. Everything you see in the I.S.U.P.K is based off Christ's words, man. And guess what? We ain't brothers that just read the Bible. We know everything, man. We're marriage counselors, man. We know how to even get around day to day. We know how to act. We know how to behave, man. People think we go to our slaveries and get paid, man. Devils pay us. And people go, look at them hypocrites, man. They're on the streets here talking about white people. Look, they go to the slavery and they talk to white people. Yeah, because we're smart, man. We're clever, man. We're wise as doves, man. We take that money and bring that money home and fix black people with it, man. We're not here to entertain and fight and kill. We're smart. Okay, cool. In this employment, I gotta make money, man. And they want me to be nice. I'll be nice then. And as soon as it's finished, we do classes, man. As soon as it's finished, we go in them corners, man. But for these 8 hours, he wants me to do what he wants me to do. He employs me to do what he tells me to do. I do it, man. And that's how you gotta be wise, man. And guess what? It's not crazy because all people do it, man. All the so-called the Chinese man don't give a damn about England. But it comes to England, gets paid and sends that money back, man. Does what he has to do to big up Chinatown. And likewise, we gotta be the same, man. And that's this Bible's deep. The Bible ain't a book about, mysticism and floating in the clouds. It got everything covered, man. Behavior, conduct, everything, man. Jeremiah said that he used to work at a bank, and a brother that used to see him on the streets worked at a bank also, and he was security. And one day, the devil came to Jeremiah and said, "Oh, excuse me, what queue do I go to for blah blah blah?" I said, "Just round the corner, take a left in there." And the black guy's like, "You lot something else, man. You know why? He wanted to see Jeremiah assault the woman, man, and punch her up, man. But he don't know is that we're wiser than that, man. What he don't know is that we know how to act, man. Me punching up, me calling the police pigs are gonna do what, man? Just get me locked up. Ain't gonna make Christ come back sooner. Ain't gonna get black people off drugs. Ain't gonna bring Esau's kingdom one day towards destruction, man. All it's gonna do is get me locked up, man. Keep it in.
Khan. Verily, I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence.
All right, cool. Let me get the famous Greek. You know I can't do a Brotherhood class without getting this, man. Give me Luke 17:3 or Matthew 18. Matthew 18:5 is better actually.
Come on. Matthew 18, verse 5. Matthew 18:5. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me.
Wait, you at 15? Matthew 18:15.
Oh, Khan, Salakia. Matthew 18:15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him.
Oh, Christ said, if your brother trespass against you, man. Trespass means commit an offense against you. Like he owes you some money, man. This brother looked at you funny, man. Bumped you or done something to you, man. The Bible said, go to him, he and thee alone. This is a commandment, something you must do, man. You don't talk about him. You don't hold a grudge when you see him. Like, Shalom, brother. You go to him, he and thee alone, man. You don't tell 10 people. You don't make a Facebook post. You go to that man and say, listen, everyone leaves. You go, yo, brother, listen, man. I beg a quick talk, man. The way you doubt me, man. Nah, man. Come on, man. That's wrong, man. Listen, I'm a big man, man. And, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, man. Come on, man. I mean, 3 weeks down, man. You know I'm poor like you, man. You know I need that money, man. I see you out there buying stuff, man. Come on, man. What's the deal? I need it too, man. You go to he and thee alone. You don't tell 10 people you're the man wicked, 3 months past now, I can't see a penny, I just say, listen, the other day, man, is bosh. Pastor B didn't say sorry. I wonder if you got any manners, man. You don't spread stuff like that, man. Why? Why did Christ say, go to him and thee alone and don't tell the world? You know why?
Can't. Just so you and him can deal with the matter, and no one else needs to know about it. It's just between you and him. Man.
That's correct, man. And also, guess what? The Lord don't want you spreading your poison, man. Imagine that. Imagine, Hakian, you bump Captain Prussia, and you didn't even mean it. But now Captain Prussia telling me how wicked you are and how you got no manners. All of a sudden, for something that you didn't mean, I think that Hakian's some guy with no manners. I'm thinking, every time I see you now, I'm like, boy, so look at his brother here, man. No manners, man. Not a manners, man. Bumping people. Why? Because one brother spread his poison to another brother, man. And guess what? Come to find out, you didn't even mean it, man. And now you got all these brothers thinking that Hakian got no manners. All these brothers looking at him funny. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Watch out for him, man. I heard he got no manners, man. But had the brother went to you alone, he would have found out it was an accident. He would have found out you wasn't focusing. You didn't even notice. But now because the brother got a big mouth, everybody thinks that you got no manners, man. Everyone thinks that you're a thief. You owe the brother some money. And times are hard for you, man. You're going to get it, man. You're going to get it. And the reason why you ain't spoke to him about it, because you feel embarrassed. But remember, he don't know this. In his mind, you're going quiet on him. You're a wicked brother harboring his money. And he tells everybody. And now everyone thinks you're a thief. You wonder why you ask 10 man about money and they won't give you. Because of him, he didn't go to you. Had he went to you, you would have found out you're trying to pay him back. Had he went to you, would have found out the reason why you went quiet is because you feel embarrassed. I feel away, sir. You know what I mean? I told you 2 weeks and it's been free. I feel funny, man. Who would have known that? And all these people would have known Jack. Slack, you're saying something?
Yes, Slack, yeah. Satan's on job when you're quiet. You know what I mean? He's just jumping between both people, saying two different, one whispering in your ear and whispering to the other brother. And then before you know it, you and the brothers are fighting. You know, you didn't take it to him. You feel me?
There you go, man. Jump into one brother. Nah, man, listen, 3 months past now, they can't get the money, you know. So another brother, why you hear that? The man said 3 months past, you know, you're thinking, whoa, how can what a wicked somebody, man. Pay the people back the money and it spreads and spreads and spreads. When really, all this could have been deaded if you went to that brother alone, man. All this brother don't have to know, this brother don't have to know, this brother don't have to know, everyone don't have to know if you do what Christ said, man. Listen, I like what I said, Christ is what the Bible calls the Almighty Counsel, man. You got the best advice, man. He knows how to dead these situations, man. Keep it in.
So like, sorry, the thing we went on.
Go on, keep reading stuff. Keep reading stuff, yeah.
Slacky, what verse was it? Slacky, good. But if Slacky,
18, yeah.
Between thee and him alone, if he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
And if that brother hears you, man, you've gained your brother. If that brother goes, you know what, you're right, man. That's out of order. That's terrible. I did say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, man. Then you gained him, man. That's what it means to hear you. If he says anything other than that, he hasn't heard you. If he goes, it's cool, man. I'm gonna get you, man. It's cool, man. He ain't heard you. People get twisted. People think, well, because he responds, he heard me. Hear means he has to agree with what you're saying. You say it's wrong. He said, you know what? I'm wrong. That's heard. If he says anything less than, you know what? You're right. He ain't heard you. And you got to take what? More steps, man. You go, brother, you said you're going to pay me in 3 weeks. It's a month now. If he said anything other than you're right, you know, he ain't heard you. Anything like, what to say? It's cool, man. I'm going to get your money, man. Soon come, man. He ain't heard you. Anything other than, you know what? I bumped you. I'm sorry, man. He ain't heard you. If he goes, stop being silly, man. Look up, brush. He ain't heard you, man. You got you're upset about something and he ain't heard you. He ain't goes, you know what? I thought you paid, man. I messed up there, man. He's brushing it off. Boom. Keep it in.
Come on. But if he will not hear thee.
If he don't hear you, look, man, I'll pay you soon, man. Listen, man, just chill, man. You worried about that? That was nothing, man. Listen, I always run them jokes, man. Listen, I bust the same joke with Hakian yesterday, man. Listen, I don't give a damn about what jokes you run with Hakian, man. I'm upset about the joke you run with me. And if you say anything other than Salakia, anything other than that, I don't care how good it sounds, you ain't heard me, man. Keep it in.
Come on. Then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established.
So you take 2 more people, man. You remember, you might be tripping. The demon might not be on him. It might be on you. So let's find out, man. Let's get some witnesses, man. Let's get some more opinions, man. And when they say get 2 or 3 witnesses, don't get your mom, man. Come on, your mom's always on your side, man. Don't get your woman, man. Your woman's always on your side, man. In fact, they're not allowed to be in this council anyway. He's talking about the brotherhood of the school, man. The structure of the school, man. The woman will say, yeah, of course he's wicked. Of course he's wicked, man. My man not doing anything wrong, man. So, you know what I mean? You get two brothers, man, and they'll hear the situation and go, nah, man, you're wrong, man, or you're wrong, or whatever the case may be. Keep it in. Well, okay, keep reading, Sakia. I think it's Rose. Carry on. Matthew 18 and where we at?
Lucky, you say keep reading. I can't hear you. It's breaking up.
Yeah, go on. I think
Anyway.
it's Rose.
Verse 17. And Lucky, can you hear me?
Yep.
And if he shall neglect to hear them, Lucky, I'm lagging, you know.
Right, no sweat.
Verse 17. Can you hear me, Slakia?
We're reading. No sweat.
Right,
Just listening for now.
All right, I'm going to read anyway. And
No, it's like that.
can't hear nothing.
No sweat. I can just fall back for a bit, yeah? We'll read.
What's going on with this, Slakia? Slakia, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's much better now, but no sweat. Just keep back for now.
I can't hear nothing, Slakia. It's Wi-Fi, Slakia. I don't know what's going on with it, man.
Get the side of it. One moment. All right, carry on.
Oh, sorry, Matthew 18 and 15.
Can't believe so.
16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses every word may be established.
There you go, man. Take two brothers, so what every word may be established, man. These are brothers listening, taking notes. You know what I mean? They're going, so what happened? It was all right. So he said, what? What did you say? They're getting the whole story, man. He said, every word may be established, man. Every word taken down, taken into consideration. Nothing's missed, man. Just, this is how important we saw brotherhood. This is what you call a court case today, like what's it called? Like a civil case, or you know, a brother harms you, man. You believe you need some retribution, man. Every word will be established. Nobody will say, "Oh, don't worry about that, man." I'll stop being silly, man. Everything will be taken into consideration: the date, the time, you know, what he was wearing. This is a proper court case. Listen, brotherhood was so important to Christ. This is the lengths that Christ took, man. This is the lengths that Christ took to make sure that brothers love each other, man.
And if he neglects to hear them,
and you sit down with two brothers, you break it down, what happened, and the brothers still don't want to hear it from them. Nah, man, I'm still right, man. Nah, listen. You ain't hearing me. You ain't hearing me. You're on his side, man. And if he didn't get to hear them, keep it in.
tell it unto the church.
You tell it to the whole school, man. We'll have a big meeting on Zoom and shit. Everyone from America, all over the globe, and all of us will hear this matter, man. Keep it. This is how important brotherhood was, man. Everybody got to stop what they're doing. Listen, do you know? Listen, let me tell you something, man. This Bible ain't a Christian church, man. This ain't a place where everybody comes to on a Sunday and everyone's present on Sunday, man. Do you know how you get everybody in the school available at one time? That means some brothers got to miss work, man. Some brothers got to miss slavery, man. Some brothers got to tell their woman to do the school run. Why? Because they got to be here in his council. That's how important brotherhood was, man. Brothers had to drop what they was doing. Christ had tell it to the church, man. The church being the school, man. And how they tie it to the school? You think the schools are sitting down doing nothing? They got things to do, but they got to drop what they're doing. Why? Because two brothers need their help, man. Two brothers need to be reconciled, man. That's how important brotherhood was. This wasn't like the church where everyone gathered on Sunday, so they're all here on Sunday anyway. So, you know, it's easier. Nah, man. A council could take place in the week. You know what I mean? A council could take place on a Wednesday, man. And for you to tell your disagreement to the whole school, brothers got to take time off slavery, man. How else are you going to be in this council? Brothers ain't waiting around for a council. Council could happen anytime. And it's so important brothers had to stop what they was doing, man. Why? Because these two brothers need to be reconciled, man. It's that important, man. This that important, man. These two brothers beef here could be the next gang war, man. Could be the next black on black crime. Could be the next Mexican mafia versus MS-13, man. And Christ loved black people so much, he took drastic measures to stamp out all that kind of stuff, man. To get brothers to love each other and not hate each other, man. Keep it in.
Unto the church. But if he neglects to hear the church.
And is this brother neglect to hear the school? Nah, man, I'm still right, man. I'm still right. Listen, nah, man, you lot are tripping, man. Listen, I didn't mean nothing by it, man. Stop being silly. I brushed him, but no big deal, man. And brother, and everyone saying, nah, man, you're wrong, man. Apologize. He goes, no, man. Then guess what? We done?
Let him be unto thee as a heathen.
And let that man be like a heathen. A heathen, someone we have no dealings with, man. We don't marry their woman. We don't integrate. We don't serve their gods. That man becomes a heathen. And that's how important brotherhood is. Brotherhood is so important that any man that don't want to be brotherly, you got to go. We love each other in here so much that if any man can't say sorry, Salakia, don't care about the feelings of another brother, man, you got to go, man. He has to go. We'll kick him out, man. Any man harms another brother, got another brother feeling down and sad, and won't say, I'm sorry, to make the brother feel better. Bye. Bye. He can't be a part of us no more, man. He's not one of us.
Right.
He's not one of us, man. That's how deep Christ saw brotherhood, man. Treat that man like a heathen, man. I mean, you don't go to his house. You don't par with him. You don't roll with him. You don't say, hey, you good, man. You don't buy him drinks at the bar, man. You see him at the bar, you're like, And guess what? All of this, why? For the simple fact that he's unbrotherly. You treat the man like a plague, man. You treat him like he got coronavirus. God. You know why? Because he's unbrotherly. That's how important it is. You treat the man like he got a disease just because he's unbrotherly. That's how important being unbrotherly is, man. That any man unbrotherly can't come around here, man. Give me a minute.
It's like so I can't hear anything.
No, it's cool.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you, everybody, everyone around us.
Just let you know, we give everyone a mandatory search, right?
Yeah, so you want to search me, search me. So, if the police can search me, you can search me. If the police can search me, you can
Just 1 second, brothers. 1 second. You good, yeah?
Peace on the propeller.
Good, brother. Have a seat.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you so much. Really, what is this thing?
Just go back.
All right. Pretend like I've just done a cameo.
All right.
And
No.
nobody knows me.
Yeah, brother, so we're doing a live class.
Okay. Look, just take a seat there. That's too
Peace and love to the host.
Any questions? Put your hand up, all right? No. So like I was saying, man, loving black people is so important. Christ said if any man don't love them, don't acknowledge them. They don't exist no more. That's how important it was for black people to love each other, man. And we need that love, man. Everybody else got brotherly love but us. And there's rules. Yeah, your question, brother.
My brother, it's not even a question. I just want to affirm what you're saying and reiterate what you're saying. And in my own language, too, if I'm understanding you and speaking for myself, love is the highest frequency. Love conquers all things. And love, which really is another word in English over this part of the world, they call it charity, begins at home. And for people with our pigmentation and I am melanin content, we need to be expressing that love because
there you go, man.
We were first. We should have set the example.
Yeah,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go, man. And that's correct. We're supposed to love each other. Like what you said, man, was powerful, man. We're supposed to love each other, man. And every time we try to love each other, even the oppressor knows it's deep. That's why he stops it. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, we loved each other and supported black businesses and made money. And he bombed it, man. Whenever we teach on the streets, what do they say? You're racist. Stop it. To love a black man's racist. Even to love all people, man. To support only black businesses, that's racist, man. To only love black women, that's racist, man. And that's because they don't want black people to love each other, man.
That's
they get
right.
paid the more we hate each other, man. It's like, give me a Luke 22:3. Okay, I'm sure.
Come on. Luke 23:3, Slakia.
Luke 23:3, if you could, yeah. Big some volume.
Come.
Sir.
Hallelujah.
Luke 23, verse 3.
Yeah, Luke 23:3.
And Pilate asked him, saying, Art thou the king of the Jews? And he
Brother,
answered him and said,
22:3.
Salakia, that was 20, Salakia, we used 20, Salakia.
Slakia, my bad. I said 23. 22:3. Slakia.
Salakia. Luke 22, verse 3. Then Satan entered into Judas,
You hear that?
surnamed Iscariot.
Judas was a man that set up his own brother, man. Hated his own brother and got him killed, man. And this chapter, this scripture lets you know why he did what he did, man. Read that again.
Come on. Luke 22, verse 3. Then entered Satan.
And that's what happens when you hate.
Judas.
That's what happens when you hate your brother, man. That's what happens when you see a black man like you and you can't stand him, man. That's what happens when you don't squash problems and you let them fester. Satan enters into you, man. At first, it was a little problem. Now it becomes a big problem. At first, it was the brother brushed me. Now you want him dead, man. Now everything he does, you can't stand. At first, it was this brother owes me money. And because you didn't stamp it out, now every brother tells you how he breathes, how he moves, how he actions. Like, I can't stand it, man. You know why? Because Satan's entered into you, man. You allow Satan to enter into you, man. Keep reading.
Can't. Salakia, sir, if I could.
Go on.
Salakia, sir, if I could.
Yeah, go on, Khan.
Yeah. So Satan being disguised as coming in with Khan, can you hear me, Salakia?
Yeah, here to up.
So Satan coming in as like you know, when Satan enters, it's like hating your.
That's right, man.
You start to feel certain things against him.
That's right. Do
like,
you know?
You start to hate him, and that's what he's saying, right?
Do you know why? Do you know why Judas hated Christ initially?
I can't hear nothing. Sorry, I can't hear nothing.
Can't hear me. So, do you know why Judas hated Christ initially in the first place? Anyone know? Go on.
Yeah, because he didn't want the woman to pour the ointment on his feet, saying that he can give that to the poor, and because of that, he was offended by what I said to him.
There you go, man. So a woman poured oil on Christ's head, and Judas was offended, like, yo, look, he's wasting oil, man. I could have done something with this, man. And because he didn't go to Christ, he and there alone, he ends up killing him, man. That became one thing, became 2 and 3, and before you know that, over a little, look at that, man, waste of oil, became, I got killed this brother, man. Why? Because they let Satan get into him, man. It's lucky, brother.
I agree. Everything that you said, all your represents the spirit and that woman saw that Y.A.H.U.P.K was indeed the Christ. And even though he presented like him, he was a spirit. All the whole world that is not come from him, they did not believe. Yet still, when they come back to him, there are many that people that will go there and will come after him. So right you are. The other thing I want to say about Jesus Christ, who walked with our Lord and Savior, is that the book of life, the same book that we got to read from you, teaches me that you cannot serve 2 masters. Therefore, in the same spirit that Yeshua Christ told that same person what to do in the wilderness 3 times, Judas didn't know. Even though he walked with him, he allowed, he permitted, he succumbed, whatever you want to call it. He sinned, big time sinned, and it cost him a lot. Because you cannot serve 2 masters. And he walked with the master.
There you go, man. And brother, you need to come to class, man. You need to come to Thursday class, man. Learn, man.
In the class.
You know, we see you, man. I hear you, man.
I had to stop here.
I hear that, man.
What's going on here.
That's what's up, man.
I've got that here, and I've got that here. Now, it's not coincidence. I don't do that. What I do is the Spirit of God.
All right, brothers. What I say, we totally come more, but yeah, man. Like what you said was deep, man. And you know what I mean? Keep coming to class, and you know what I mean? Bring your questions, man. And we definitely will, you know, we'll teach you up, man. But likewise, what Judas did was a lack of brotherhood, man. And this man was learned by who? Yahushua, man. And even Satan got him, man. Satan even got him because he went strong enough, man. So likewise, don't think you're exempt. Don't think I'm in the truth, but I got a shield around my neck. Nah, that's what happened to me, man. It can, man. It can. You and your brother don't squash your problems, man. Don't squash your issues. We're gonna have issues. Listen, the Christian church make out like the Bible's a book where it's all mythological and clouds in the sky. Nah, man. It's a real book. It's a reality, man. And brothers sometimes fall out, man. Brothers do things sometimes to piss you off and get on your nerves, man. But guess what? It's how you deal with it, man. Don't let Satan get into your mind and fester you. Listen, it will get that. It will get that fine. It will get that bad. Look at relationships with men and women. Look at relationships with couples, man. It starts off with, he needs to stop on the floor, man. And before you know it, now your wife can't stand you, man. Everything you do, your wife just makes your wife feel sick, man. Why? Because she ain't squashed the problem, man. She ain't gone to you here and don't say, listen, man, you keep leaving your socks, man. Please, pick up your socks, man. You know what I mean? But that's the class. We'll be here next week. Shamgar will be back next week. Lord allow, Shamgar will be back doing his class on Tuesday with that, the announcements and the prayers, yeah?
Yes.
Sorry.
Prayer time.
Not yet.
Not yet, sorry.
Oh, sorry.